Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of February. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at how school districts can meet the health and mental health needs of students through school-based health centers. There are about 37 such school-based centers in Missouri school districts right now, with another 7 in the planning stage. Research has shown addressing the health issues of students at school can improve attendance and academic success. MSBA formed a school-based health clinic task force more than a year ago to bring together schools, state agencies, and other service providers to share successful programs and forge partnerships that might allow more students greater access to the health and mental health services they need. During a recent meeting of that task force, Paula Fields, a senior program manager for the National School-Based Health Alliance, said partnerships with healthcare organizations are essential to success.
The schools will often bring the space and work with the sponsoring community partner who brings the medical services, the behavioral health service, employs that staff and provides the coverage needed and the policies. And they work together to identify where the most needs are and to target and work towards making everyone healthy so they're more ready to learn and have their ultimate chances for success.
Fields adds school leaders must take the initiative in working with healthcare organizations to communicate their goals and needs for an effective school-based health center. One of the major education issues being considered by the 2018 session of the General Assembly is the establishment of what are called empowerment scholarship accounts. ESAs are essentially vouchers that would divert taxpayer dollars to private and home schools by allowing a 100% tax credit for contributions to organizations that would use the money to fund accounts that parents could use to pay for private school tuition and other expenses. They would cost the state as much as $25 million a year in revenue and divert funding to private schools and homeschooling parents with no requirement that the schools receiving the funds admit all students and no oversight on whether a quality education is actually provided. One of the ESA bills under consideration this year is Senate Bill 612. At a recent hearing on that bill before the Senate Government Reform Committee, MSBA President Jan Meese said the proposal is nothing more than a voucher scheme in disguise.
Embedded in Article 9, Section 1A of the Missouri Constitution is the promise to establish and fund public education. With the passage of Senate Bill 612, that promise is at risk. It will divert funds through tax credits to private, parochial, home schools, or virtual schools that are not accountable to taxpayers.
We urge you to contact your legislators and ask them to oppose empowerment savings accounts and all other voucher proposals that have a potential to divert money away from our public schools. We will keep you updated on legislative developments again this year through our Legislative Voice newsletter sent to members via email each Friday during the session, our Twitter feed with up-to-the-minute developments through critical issue alerts, and periodic webinars. The State Board of Education now has only 3 sitting members and is still not able to conduct any official business, following the decision by Governor Greitens to withdraw and then reappoint 5 nominees to the State Board in early January. The State Senate must confirm those nominees before they can resume service on the State Board. Senate President Pro Tem Ron Richard has said confirmation hearings for the 5 will not happen until March, if at all. Senators from both parties have expressed opposition to the governor's nominees to the State Board after they acted to fire Dr. Margie Van Dieven as Commissioner of Education back in December. They were able to serve on the State Board of Education at that time since the governor appointed them when the legislature was not in session. The 2018 Early Childhood Education Program of the Year Award applications are open through April 2nd. Districts submitting applications will be judged on effective practices and innovative solutions in early childhood education, and 3 statewide winners will be announced based on student enrollment. The winning school districts this year will be required to produce a short video on their program that will be shown at this year's MSBA Annual Conference. The Early Childhood Education Program of the Year Award is sponsored by MSBA's foundation, Future Builders. Well, the best thing about the MSBA Annual Conference is you. Get your school team together and submit your presentation for a chance to present at this year's conference. More than 100 presentations by school districts are showcased at the conference and provide valuable information on successful programs. You can submit a proposal for a presentation at the 2018 Annual Conference through the MSBA website. The annual conference this year is scheduled for September 27th through the 30th. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.